couple things I acknowledge, I recognize, and I've seen it before. I noticed that it's horrible what men are going through in life right now. The things that they are now learning, the millennial men are learning, should have been taught by example from their fathers in the homes, and that is how to deal with the mother, how to keep the mother from destroying the children, to prepare their sons and daughters so that when they become of age, they can leave home knowing that, yes, they're going to have many challenges, but they'll be able to overcome them. To prepare them, by example, how to have a clear mind and to operate in the world. It is so abnormal what is happening to men today. Until just crazy. It's mind-blowing. One young man at the church service yesterday, 20-some years old, something, raised father in the home and mother in the home, I believe. I believe the father's there, I forgot. But he's in his 20s and still living at home and feel insecure about moving out because his mother has trapped him and father did not protect him. He said his father's a beta male. Beta male! And at 20-something, it's crazy. It's not only is it evil, it's sad. It really is. That women would deliberately handicap their own children, especially the men, in order to control them and use them so that they can feel secure about themselves. And I want to tell the guys, when your mother say you need to stay home and save money, that's a bald-faced lie. You don't need to stay home and save money to move. When I turned 18 years old, I hadn't saved any money. What the? I got a job so that I can move. They were not even telling me to save money to move. That's evil. That's a trick of your mothers and grandmothers and aunts and sisters or whatever, whomever tell you that kind of stuff. You don't need to save money to move for mama. When you turn 18, get a job and move. That idea of saving money should not be told to boys that you got to save money to move for mama at 18. Get a job and move. That just occurred to me. And then when you move, you start saving 10% of every dime you make. And then deal with life and then grow. Dealing with life costs growth. Just like born again, dealing with life causes physical growth without resentment. And born again, return to the Father causes spiritual growth. Not staying home with mama. This is so evil. Ladies, stop destroying your own children out of your insecurity. Go and forgive so that you can be born again. You destroy your men, young men, your own sons, by deceiving them and controlling them. That's crazy. Don't stay, when a mother tells you, well, you need to stay home and save, you pack your bags and leave, all right? Go stay in the streets, because that's evil. I was never told growing up, save money, then move, right? I was told you're out of here at 18. So I prepared coming up with the mindset, the ability to work, the lack of fear about moving. It's embarrassing to a man to be home with mama past 18. You are I can't say that word. It starts with a P. I can't say it. But mothers of these boys and girls, you are evil for setting your children up so you can follow them around, live off them, control them. That's why you're turning them away from the Father. Not only do you hate men, but you're also very insecure. Your kids are not investments for you. And adult children, if your mother and father have not raised you in the right way, where you can love them with real love, not the mama's love, and they get old and they're unable to take care of themselves, put them in an old folks' home. It's not your fault. Don't do it out of guilt. That's not love. It's interesting in that God has a real way, a love way, and Satan has a fake love way of dealing with human beings. And so many people are suffering because of that fake mama love. It is amazing to be discovering this. And it is extreme with the boys and men, what she has done to them. And then they follow you around and want to live with you. That's gross. Boy, your sons are not your husbands. That's like having sex with your son, making him into your husband. It's no wonder boys are into sex in perverted ways because they are horny for mama. She set them up that way, made them resent and wake up to that nature. It's amazing. It's a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil, right versus wrong. And you guys who are into all this perverted sex and videos and all that crap, I was never attracted to that stuff. Never. I had some sexual issues, but that wasn't it. Because my mother and my grandmother didn't put that kind of pressure on me, make me into their husbands. They had their own, and they wanted you to go. So to the young men, all this video and stuff you're into, and magazines, and these women you're getting with, older women and younger women before time, you're really horny for mama. You're having sex with mama. Just know that. She has turned you, caused you to become perverted, and now you're sexually attracted to her. So every spirit you get involved with is mama. You're having sex with mama. That's why you let her live with you and all that crap. So last week, biblical question, do you live in spirit and truth? Some people said yes, most said no at the church on Sunday. But to live in spirit and truth is to be born again and live in the present of God, right here, right now. God said, and for you folks who read the Bible, how come you didn't intellectualize this? Stay in the present of God, not in the imagination of Satan, not in the past or the future. When you're in the presence of God, meaning that your whole body, mind, and soul is with Him right there and there, you're living in spirit and truth. You really are walking in the spirit, not in the darkness of your imagination. But you must be born again. You got to admit you're wrong. It's wrong for what they have done to you, especially the mothers and the fathers for failing you. But it's wrong for you to resent them only because it keeps you out of the presence of God. It keeps you away from the kingdom of heaven within. And you become an intellectual just like mama. There will come a day when I will return the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children. You must be born again. Overcome the mindset, emotion of mama by forgiving her and grandma. And return to what father should have been. So just don't hate your father, then you can love God.